Track Wrestling here, Junior World Championships in Trnava, Slovakia, with Junior World silver medalist Andrew Berreyesa. Coming off the finals performance, 82 kilogram gold medal match, about 15 minutes ago. What are thoughts that are prominent in your mind right now, reflecting on that experience?
I mean, you know, he's a really good wrestler. You know, that's his fourth age level title. He's wrestled a couple senior level tournaments. I'm pretty disappointed, honestly. Like, I don't know. You come here on my walls and stuff, you know, it says world champ forever. So that's what I train to be, world champ. Not to take that silver for granted. Like, that's the best finish, honestly, my whole life of a tournament. But I train to get gold, you know. So it's disappointing, but also, you know, I got to be proud of it because so many people like train for that. It's so important for USA Greco for that. But you know, the dream's always to carry the flag.
With that in mind, it's a step, your first world tournament.
Yeah.
How can this help you moving forward?
Yeah, it was a great experience. You know, I mean, I wrestled a tournament in Austria once my senior year, and I mean, it wasn't great competition necessarily. And then Sweden, you know, Ahad took me to Sweden a little earlier, and I think it kind of shows just the improvements I've made. Like back in the Sweden duel, I got teched by the Swedish 82 kilogram rep, and you know, he was on the same side of the bracket as me. He went down round one. I made the final. So I don't know. I guess it just shows kind of steps that I've taken just in such a short amount of time. That was in April, I think. So yeah.
Whether you win this match or you lose it, you're still going to go back to Cornell and go back to work.
Right.
What are things that are in your mind that you want to get better at, that you feel like can take you to the next level?
I definitely have to, you know, start working on getting to the body when I pummel. Just keep working with, you know, my practice partners. John J. Chavez, you know, senior world team member, great partner. I just need to keep working with him. Keep working with Coach Ahad. You know, when I get back, he's gonna have, I'm sure, all of these remedies for me. So yeah, just gotta keep listening to my coaches and keep training every day.
When you go back there, what will your training look like? I mean, are you gonna help, you know, John Jay get ready for Budapest? Are you gonna start getting ready for the college season? What will wrestling look like for you back at Cornell?
To be honest, I don't really know. I mean, probably gonna take a little time off. I mean, it just depends on what the coaches want me to do, is just get straight into folk style, which I think will probably be the case. I'll probably go straight into working on transitioning to folk style after my little break. And then, I mean, if John Jay needs me, I'll always be around, so probably a little bit of both. Right
there around Kyle's weight, too.
Yeah.
Will you help him? What will that training look like?
Yeah, I mean, Kyle helped me train for this tournament, so if he ever needs me to roll around, then I'm more than happy to roll around with Kyle. So he's a great partner. He's got a lot of upper body stuff that I can, you know, he helped me so much, like train with me all the time when, say, John Jay was cutting a little bit of weight and wasn't trying, like, he has a different training cycle than me, so like Kyle was always there for me, so if he ever needs me, I'm there for him.
We saw Kyle wrestle that Greco match a few years back, and looks like a ton of ability. What could he be if he went Greco full time?
We talk about that all the time, honestly. That'd be probably cool to beat the streets match, maybe Kamal versus Kyle. That'd be crazy. Kyle's still really good. He definitely, you can ask anybody at Cornell, they'll see me getting thrown through the air by Kyle more than a few times in the room.
You mentioned that international experience has been, you know, pretty limited for you to this point. What have been the biggest differences between wrestling Greco in the States and wrestling over here?
I mean, I learned this in Sweden, but yeah, it's the pummel. Everybody's much more aggressive in the pummel than domestically. I think the officiating is a lot better here, so it kind of helps the flow of the match and kind of helps me understand the sport of Greco-Roman wrestling better. I mean, not to say that I'm some Greco-Roman novice. I mean, it's my life, you know, I love Greco. But yeah, just actually doing it rather than watching it on film, you know, the officiating and the pummeling for sure is a big difference, as well as parterre, as you could see in that finals match.
Yeah, you mentioned Komarov, four-time now age group world champion. Was there anything about him that surprised you that you didn't know based off watching him on video?
No, honestly, it was exactly what I thought he would do. He arm dragged me. He hit me with an off balance, which, you know, he's a strong pummeler. I knew that he wasn't going to do anything. He was not John Jay, he's not Kamal, you know, he's a regular guy. He just is really strong in the pummel, really strong with his drags. And I knew he was going to go elbow to elbow, low gut wrench. But it's one thing to defend it with, you know, our guys and defend it with Ahad back home, and for it to be a real thing. So now I know that feeling. Now I know, you know, what a world champ's gut wrench feels like.